Disclaimer. The views, opinions, and content of guests of the It's Been Rell podcast are their own and do not necessarily reflect the It's Been Rell podcast. Enjoy the episode. Alright. Yo, what's poppin', man? Welcome to the It's Been Rell podcast. As you can see, I am not here by myself. I'm here with the one and only Doopy Rugz, yes, bro. Akron Zone, man. What's poppin', bro?
How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, bro.
Good to see you again, bro.
Facts, man. Facts. So it's like I usually do the podcast by myself, so I don't do a lot of interviews, but I had to check in with my bro, like, since he was in town.
Yes,
and so, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, where do I want to begin with this, bro? Like, first of all, let's just talk about, like, how we even met, and you know what I'm saying, like when I moved to Houston, when you moved to Houston, like, talk about that, bro.
Oh man, man, that's an interesting time, man. So I moved to Houston to get up with my bros, Breeze, Slang, and the Air. I was at LA at the time, and I was like, so I was in Texas before. I was in the Army. And I love Texas, man. I love the people in Texas, man. I just love Texas.
You was in the Army?
Yeah, I was in the Army.
How many years?
I did four. So
you was active.
I was active.
My man, he was a real soldier, bro.
Yeah,
it's a difference.
Yeah, that's where I met Seven Goddess in Afghanistan. Matter of fact, 2012. That's how we met.
Oh, word.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but
got you.
Yeah, we met in Afghanistan.
No, who was Seven Goddess?
Seven Goddess, man. It's this dope ass singer, man, from Baton Rouge, man. Baton Rouge's finest, man.
Yeah,
y'all gonna see or hear about it if y'all already haven't.
Yeah, bro.
Y'all gonna see.
No, and side note, bro, I heard her sing, bro. Like, you know how, like, you look at people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, cool, man. Then, like, they open up their mouth, like, oh, shoot, I wasn't expecting, like, she blew my mind, bro, when I heard her voice. She dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, but my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You good. No, same thing, man. When I first heard her sing in Afghanistan, I was like, damn, she fire, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, bro.
Just every time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hear a new song from her, you know what I'm saying? She be singing, like, I'm like, God, man. I'm like, man,
Facts,
it's been
bro.
good to see the growth, you know what I'm saying? Be a part of the growth, you know?
Facts.
Yeah, man. But anyway, yeah. So I did 4 years in the Army. Got out the Army. I moved to LA. Did my first thing in LA, 2015. I think I had just dropped phase 2. But it was an experience, Foster Boss, shout out Foster Boss. He came out there, man. I found a different part of myself as an artist, working with him. And then we got to 2019, right before a few months before that pandemic. I'm in LA. I'm in kind of figure out my next move. I had a daughter to think about and everything. So I'm like, let me go back to Texas. I think that's a real good homie place. I moved to Texas.
Yeah.
With the bros. And then the pandemic hit like a few months later, like boom, and then like, I know, like, you and other artists, it's like, damn, what the hell we gonna do? It's
Facts,
like, it was crazy.
Bro.
But
that was scary. Well, I was a barber at the time, bro.
Yeah.
So, like, when the pandemic hit, bro, I literally couldn't make any money. Like, I was terrified.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I could imagine, man.
Yeah, bro.
But at that time, and looking back, it was a beautiful time because all I did was work on music. Like, I just was just working. Like I didn't realize how better I was getting, until I look back a little bit. But I think that's 2020, and then 2020 that's when I met you. Or I think I never heard you. I mean, I've definitely heard of you, but like meet you in person the first time in Houston.
Right.
I met you through our brother Breeze, Chris.
Shout out to Breeze, man.
And his sister Shayla.
Shout out to Shayla.
Yep. I heard you had bars from the top. From, like, they were like, Breeze telling you, he was like, yo, Rell got bars, man. But then he also Rell cut my hair too. I'm like, damn, you cut your hair? I'm like, oh, I definitely need to get crispy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just no regular cuts, man. Like, he was Chris. I'm like, oh yeah, Chris. So say
that's
that,
love, man. Shout out to Chris, man.
Yeah. So yeah, we was getting haircuts, but then we started working on music too, man. I think what's the first song we did? Was Roll a Joint? If I think the first song was it?
You know what? I think it was. I remember hearing that. I remember hearing what you did on it.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yo, I need to hop on that beat, bro.
That was a magical moment.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what we did first, but I do remember that moment. Like, yeah, I need that one, bro. On some real talk.
I remember it was you. Like, I think everybody was around the studio at that time, and I played Roll a Joint, and then like, after getting everybody's reaction, then Rell was like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Bro.
That's the one.
Yeah,
yeah. So
those '90s vibes, bro. Like, that's my pocket. Like, I'm an artist, so like I can like rap on anything, but those kind of beats, bro. Like, that's my pocket. Bro.
Shout out to Money, man, on that Beats by Money, man. He out of California too, man. cold as producer, man. That Roller Joint beat is just timeless.
Oh, you know him personally?
So a lot of people don't know. I get a lot of my beats offline. That's how it's been since I started 2011, 2012. I work with producers here and there, you know, up close here and there, but
facts.
You know, I just be scouting online, and then you know, I just I noticed some producers they go on the run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they have like 4-5 beats that's getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So, like. I don't know, it's like an extraterrestrial way of growing with a producer, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been, you know, getting beats from him for years, you know.
I feel that.
Yeah, I guess, you know, shout out to the internet producers, man. You know, y'all might not, some of you might not feel like y'all not doing nothing, but, man, y'all helping artists like myself, you know what I'm saying, grow, you know what I'm saying?
Same, bro. Same. Y'all done changed, I'll be honest, bro, like, y'all internet producers, however you want to say it, YouTube producers, or, like, y'all have, like, elevated the game to a whole nother level. Like, I got to give a lot of my most successful songs, you know, credit to them, bro. You know, some real talk. I just know how to float on whatever they make.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's like whatever it's throwing at you, like jumbo. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what I'm saying? So one beat might sound like something, the next beat is just crazy. It's like, but you know,
exactly,
we're gonna get to work on it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, help with the craft, man. So
exactly.
But yeah, we did Roll a Joint, man, and then that led to something else that we started working on, man. That you know, that I just brought up again, man. Saints and Sinners, man.
Yeah.
I've been seeing like a lot of shirts, and a lot of people was using that, but I think we were definitely one of the first, you know, to come up with a project, you know,
on some real.
Oh, so real, man. We started that, man, and that's something that we got to finish, brother, for sure.
Man, we do, bro, and it's like. And I know a lot of you who are listening, like, first time hearing Doop, meeting him, I guess, on the podcast, and knowing that we even had a project in the works when I lived in Texas. But we started this project called Saints and Sinners. And so before I give my take on it, bro, like, talk about, like, the purpose behind doing something like Saints and Sinners, because obviously at the time I was kind of known as like the Christian rapper, you know what I'm saying, and like you rap how you rap, and so like talk about like your approach to the project that we were about to make, or still are making, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
So at the time, man, I was just thinking, man, you know, I mean, just because, you know, I always took it. I knew Rell, you know, even though not the Christian rapper, but I knew he just rapped without cussing, but he still could rap. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't tell he's a Christian rapper if you just heard rap. I always knew that, but I just know, you know, I mean, I'm a big Christian too. I believe in God too, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is my Savior. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I still do sin. You know what I'm saying? Like you
as we all do. Same.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, we need to do, you know, a project called Saints and Sinners. I think, you know what I'm saying, that'd be a good story reel. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking, you know, like just bigger than just one project. You know, so it's just because, you know, it's me, my world and his world. You know what I'm saying? And just make it something beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like show people. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be perfect, but you know what I'm saying? But you know, God still got us. You know what I'm saying? You still have another chance. You know what I'm saying? So, but I like, you know, just, you know, the blend of both of our styles, and you know, something for people, like kind of like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Almost, you know what I'm saying?
Like something different.
Way, you know, so that was the whole purpose. And when I was thinking about it, I'm like, that's a good idea, man. I think we should, you know, definitely do that, man. And
yeah, I kind of had like the same mentality behind it, bro. But obviously, like, I guess, like, I had more of like the church standpoint at the point at that time, and I've always had this thought, bro. I just never knew how to execute it, but I always had a problem with like, I'm not gonna say saved people. I'm gonna say church folks. I always had a problem with like church folks separating themselves from demonic people. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, he smoked, demon. You know what I'm saying? They got tattoos, demon. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I always had a problem with that, bro. Cause I'm like everybody is somebody who God loves, right. And so like doing something like Saints and Sinners, I think it was more so like, at least for me, like a statement, bro. Like I can still be myself. I can still be authentically saved and still love my brother and hop on his song and make a dope song. Like roll a joint, bro. I'm talking how I talk, you talk how you talk, and it's a dope song, bro. And exactly. And I think like it just represents like the real world that we live in. I ain't trying to get too deep, bro, because I got questions that I want to ask you.
Be good.
But like sometimes I think that as people in the black community, we've almost created like a spiritual classism. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm here, you're there. But But it ain't money, it's actions.
Right.
It's what we consider sin. You know what I'm saying? So like you look at somebody who has, as you would say, like an open sin. Maybe they out smoking, drinking, you know, the typical things. But that saint is struggling with pride that you can't see.
Right.
Or they struggling with lust that you can't see. Or they struggling with I don't know. They think about murdering people. You don't know about it, you know.
No, facts.
So like, nobody is above anybody, I believe, in God's eyes. And so I know that was like an extensive elaboration on like my approach on saints and sinners.
I remember you elaborating on that too when we talked about it.
Yeah, bro. So you can see like it's the same mentality, bro.
Yeah.
And even now, and I ain't trying to promote myself, but you know, because Doopy, I want to talk about him. But like, I just released the album, called Rell, and I think I really dove into that idea. Like, bro, I'm saved, but I am a regular person in the midst of a real world, and I'm not trying to make a Christian rap album. So bro.
Man, go get that Terrell, by the way, man.
Yes,
beautiful album, man.
Thank you, man.
Beautiful album, man. I can't wait to like I said, I've been busy, but I really want to sit down. I sat down with it, but I really want to sit down with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like to just listen to it like, oh, that's great. Like I really like to sit down. You know, so especially with work like yours, bro. You can't just. I mean, you can listen, you can get it for the most part, but like you really have to sit down and listen. I got like damn near all the Rell's albums. So like I'm still catching stuff, bro.
That's love,
like,
bro. That's love,
like,
bro.
I like real crazy, man. But I mean, like just a good crazy as far as like.
No, I'm crazy.
Lyricist, man. Like
breaking in my house. Yeah,
like,
crazy.
How long have you been rapping for, bro? Like I know you've been doing it for a minute, bro. I mean, how long have you been doing it? Like seriously, you think?
Seriously?
Yeah.
I want to say I've been rapping serious since 2009.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have to honestly say, like, it became serious when I decided to be a Christian rapper. I was actually like a Christian rapper at the time, and I did I put out my first album. It was a collaboration album with my bro Steve. He go by the name Crown One, man. We put out this album called The Church Boys, bro. That's when I learned about, remember, pressing CDs and you know what I'm saying, and photo shoots. This was the first time I did stuff like that. I was like 19 at the time, bro. Yeah, bro.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's been an evolution ever since.
Yeah, dope, bro.
Yeah. Well, what about you? I actually wanted to ask you this, bro. Like, how long have you been doing music? And elaborate like on like who you are like as an artist and like your approach to music, bro.
Oh man, so I started. It's funny. It's rooted back to when I was a kid. Like as a kid, I used to be in the car. I'd be listening to a song on the radio, and then I would try to make the song mine. Like I'd make a hook to it, but I didn't realize I was doing that. Like until like I started doing music, and I remember like, dang, I used to do this as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it really rooted as a kid, but I started taking it seriously, and when I got into the Army, I was like 6 months in, so 2011. I think it was an AIT school. We had a little cipher, and I killed it. I was like, it's crazy because they didn't want to let me rap at first. They didn't take me serious, and I was like, hold on. I started rapping. I'm like, and I killed it. I'm like, okay. And then I took it to Facebook. I was just posting raps on Facebook, and it was hard, low key too. But then like, I think it was a stretch in September to November, I was writing like 3 songs a day. Like just writing. Yeah. Then November 1st, that's when we used to get paid in the Army. You can get paid the first 15 for both. That first, shout out to Des J, man. I didn't have a whip at the time down in Texas because we about to go to Afghanistan. But Des, I'm like, yo, I need to go to Guitar Center and give me a mic. November 2011, I'll never forget it. You know what I'm saying? That first, and then I ain't look back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I ain't look back, man.
You say you was freestyling the AIT?
Yeah, I was freestyling. Yeah, we used to do little ciphers. You know, everywhere. You know, cipher, man, is just I think no matter the culture, you know what I'm saying. People love rapping poetry. You know what I'm saying? Like a cipher can be done anywhere. But we was doing a cipher. You know, AIT, we was having a good time because it's training. You know what I'm saying? But we about to end, so everybody like just start rapping, and then
of course
I'm like, hold on, I hop in there, and I'm like, okay, I did a little something, okay, and then, so just little seeds, man. Seeds.
Yeah, bro. I think like if you can like. Because it kind of seemed like you freestyling. I ain't gonna say like that was you beginning to rap, but like that was like you early on rapping. Yeah. I personally feel like anybody who can just freestyle off rip, like bro, you got the gift to rap, bro. Because even though like I'm dope, as many people would say, bro, it took me so long, even to today, bro. Like freestyling is something that's like difficult for me. Because like I don't know, because I think so much, bro. It's hard for me to like think on the fly. Cause like when I first started rapping, bro, we was like battle rapping in the lunchroom at Garfield.
Yeah.
But we used to come with the raps prepared.
Yeah, right,
you know what I'm saying? So like I respect anybody who can like freestyle on the fly, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
Well, I'm not a good freestyle. I mean, okay, so as a freestyler, like I have to get warmed up. Like, but once I get warmed up, like it's crucial. You know what I'm saying? But like if I'm right now chilling, like I'm probably gonna be rusty. But like once I get warmed up freestyling, like I'm go crazy. But you know, I'm just potent with the pen. You know, like my style. Like you was asking me, I'm like just how my style is. I just go off. Like when I beat, like if I hear instrumentation, like I like to tailor make everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't just like to write first and then find a beat. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good method, you know. But I just like to tailor make around the beat. You know what I'm saying? So I love to find dope production, like, and that's just what keep me going. I tailor make it. And then I find a mood, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes my mood is different. I like to be spontaneous as possible, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I want everything to be fitting, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, you might not get it, but once you get in that mood and you hear my song that's for that mood, you're going to be like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I can tell, even without you saying that, I can tell, like, you take time to, like, catch a feel for the beat, because some people just hop on beats and they just rapping, which is cool, but like I can tell you take the time to make a song. Like, bro, when at the show, bro, we had a show how many days ago was that, bro?
A few days. Was that 3 days ago?
Yeah, about 3 days ago. We got another one coming up tomorrow.
Columbus.
Yeah, bro. So like after I did my set, I wanted to watch yours, but me and my camera guy went outside and I shot a video. And so I walked back in, bro. And I don't think I ever heard a song of yours before when you was like, I quit. I'm like, yo, bro, like I ain't never hear of nobody like making a song about quitting. I don't know what you was talking about quitting, but I'm like, yo, it felt so good, bro. I don't know like how he sat with the beat and like made quitting sound so good, you know. But I wanted to quit.
I know everybody
everybody
came up to me about that, but that's an older song from Phase 2. It's a true story about me quitting my job at McDonald's. The manager, like I was working like 3 jobs before I left for the Army. I was working at McDonald's, Macy's, and this art museum. And I had my, you know, when you know McDonald's, they like you to shave sometime, and I had a little chance job going, but the manager was cool with it. But then like the manager was kind of mad that I was leaving for the Army, so then like low-key did some hating stuff and fired me. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. So I think like a year or two, that's when I really started rapping and writing, and I found the beat, and I actually wrote the experience, you know what I'm saying, about quitting, and that was the song, you know what I'm saying? Like it just, you know, I found the beat and it went perfect with what I was thinking, you know what I'm saying, when I finished writing it. So yeah, I quit, man. Go listen to that. I quit, man. That's that's what low-key, you know, helped me start this journey on the Lost of Keys, you know. So
yeah, bro. That speaks volumes, man, because it's like that reminds me of like when I had to quit my job at Akron Public Schools, like like years ago, like before I moved to Texas, bro.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, bro.
I don't know. Okay, give me backstory. I need to know.
Bro,
I didn't know that.
Bro, I had a job for like 13 years.
Damn, really?
Yeah, since I was 15, bro. Yeah, cleaning schools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so like it was tough.
Yeah.
You know, deciding to like start over and move to Texas, bro. And I wasn't even trying to be a rapper. I was trying to be a barber at the time. You know, I was still rapping, but barbering was gonna be my profession. And so I'm saying all this to say, anytime like you're willing to walk away from something, bro, to pursue something else, I think that in and of itself shows how much faith you have and what you're trying to pursue. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So like I have so much respect for that, bro. Like just say I quit
too, man.
I quit.
You know, you young, man, and you know you 15 years somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's you comfortable from or probably feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like
on some real.
So and just to go to a whole nother state, you know what I'm saying, a bigger state. I don't know if you had any family in Texas too. You know what I'm saying? You just like see that's even big. That's even bigger too.
You hear a little bit of that in the album. You know what I'm saying? Like I talk about that, bro. Like not only was it like scary financially, but in my mind, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like walking into something new, you think to yourself, like any worst case scenario, how can I survive? Because you know, because like say it all fails,
right?
I can go stay with my mom or my cousins, or but ain't nobody there,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, if this don't work, like I'm done. You know what I'm saying? And so like
I'm in the car if I got one. Goddamn.
Bro, and that's an album too. Like and in a lot of ways, bro. I ain't gonna get too deep into this, bro. But like the worst case scenario did happen for me in certain ways.
Right. No,
yeah, bro. Like, man, do I want to talk about it? Like,
Hey.
I ain't gonna get all deep into it, bro. But
It's
like,
all good. Hey, no, hey, we here, man.
let me say this one thing, bro. And I say this respectfully, but like, this really happened. I remember like, this is how I started my own barbershop.
Okay.
I remember I was supposed to go into business with a friend of mine, and they did hair, so we're going to collaborate. They do hair, I do the barbering stuff, bro.
Right.
And like, I rearranged my entire life to make this happen. And I was already in Texas at the time, and I was like staying by myself because I had went through like a bad breakup and everything. And so I didn't have too many people that I could depend on or trust.
Right.
So this particular person I was going to do business with, I trusted them. And so I done basically packed up all my stuff, moved closer to where they were, just for them at the last minute to say, nah, man, I don't think this is going to work, bro.
Yikes,
man. I quit a job. I was working at a salon in Austin, bro. And I quit that job to go into business with them, bro. And I was like fresh out of luck, bro.
Dang.
And I was like panicking, bro. Most people don't even know this story, but I was like panicking, bro. And like, it just pushed me into like, I got to just do my own stuff, bro. So I opened up my own shop.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, bro.
Dang. Yeah, that's the last thing I heard, because I was asking about you. I'm like, dang, how real we're here. Chris was like, he went to Austin to do something in Austin.
Yeah.
But that's the last thing I heard. Like, I didn't hear nothing after that until resurface and seeing you online and stuff like that, But
yeah,
that's the last thing I heard, man. But I'm either way, man, I'm glad you're good, bro. You know
Thank
what I'm saying?
you, bro.
Like, yeah,
thank you. All glory to God, bro. Like,
all glory to God, man.
It's endeavors, bro, whether you're doing music, barbering, or any kind of business, bro. Like, it's always going to be that leap of faith, man. And it ain't always just that one. Sometimes you got to keep taking leaps, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was a leap for me to like go to Austin.
Right. No, facts. Yeah.
It was a leap for me to leave Austin to go work with a friend of mine with this business that we were going to start. And then it was a leap for me to say, well, that ain't work out. Let me jump into opening up my own shop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, bro. You just got to keep failing forward, if that's the best way to say it.
Facts, man. Yep. After I left Houston, man, it was rough for me, man. I had got into some things with my daughter's mom and custody thing, man. It felt like the end of the world at the time, man. It felt like it, but looking back, man, it was God don't give you nothing you can't handle. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it was petty at the end of the day, but at that time, man, it felt like I was just gonna have to give everything up music wise, man. I never felt that way. You know what I'm saying, on this journey, but at that time I did, But then, by the grace of God, man, I got back on my feet, man, and just kept pushing forward, man. And I moved back out to LA, man. But I was in Ohio for a little minute, for a few months, man, just trying to figure stuff out on the Loyalty Keys, man. But I figured it out, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, man, and just kept, stop second guessing myself again, you know what I'm saying, like just keep going, man. So
that's facts, bro. Listen, like, I get. With that being said, bro, I want to ask you this, man. Like, if you don't mind me asking, like, how old are you?
I am 33.
33, man.
Yeah.
So let me. So with all the stuff that you just mentioned, bro, like, how do you balance? And I'm speaking from a realistic standpoint. How do you balance, like, being an artist at your magnitude? Because it's from the outside looking in, bro, it seems like you like doing this full time, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here looking good, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So how do you manage like being an artist and then like taking care of like personal affairs? Like, do you have do you do anything outside of music as far as like income? I don't know if I'm asking that the correct way.
Yeah. Always gotta hustle. We got the truly talented merch, man.
Yes,
so
sir.
So please buy. You know what I'm saying. We are 100% independent. You know what I'm saying. So every dollar count. You know what I'm saying. But I am getting my MBA. I'm in school right now too. Get my MBA. You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in school, man, and just hustling, man. Doing what I got to do, man. I'm a veteran too, so that helps, man. To be honest, but But still, man, gotta hustle, man. Gotta pay the bills, man. So just hustling, man. Hustling my artistry, myself, man, and my brand, man, is just trying to keep building, planning out really good business plans and having really good plans, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been sticking to the plans the last few years, and it's been working, so
yes,
you
sir.
know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep sticking to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
for the most part. Everything don't go as planned, but if something don't go as planned, it's always a way. It's always another way, you know what I'm saying? It's always you know what I'm saying? Just you got to get out that mindset, like, that panicking mindset. Some people used to get out, and that's God, you can't forget that God is there. God looking at you like, come on, put your head up. You know I'm here, bro.
Yeah,
we
bro.
done been through this before. You know what I'm saying? Like, or, you know what I'm saying? You know I got
bro.
you. So
I went through something like that recently, bro.
Man, so yeah, you know, everything ain't guaranteed, man. You know what I'm saying? I make stuff look good because I work hard. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't guaranteed. But you know, I'm gonna keep going, and you know, we had them humps, and especially as independent artists. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have them humps.
Yeah.
Life comes first. You know what I'm saying? We are human beings at the end of the day. We gotta deal with life. We gotta have bread. You know, we gotta get a job. If I gotta get a job, I'm gonna get a job. You know what I'm saying? But no matter what, I've had 4 jobs at one point. I still was making albums. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna ever stop me.
You got 4 jobs at one time
in LA. My last before I went to Houston, I was Ubering. I was working at a law firm. I was working at the mall. And then that's what I was doing, the clothing brand too. So I call my clothing brand as a job. You know, so I don't care how much money I was making.
Man,
but,
I feel like
and then rapping, you know what I'm saying? And then finishing, I was finishing phase 3. Yeah. So
bro, I feel like a bum, bro. This man had 4 jobs and doing music.
I mean, that's what LA.
I quit. Listen, man.
Yeah, LA, man, expensive, man. So I mean, you gotta have, it's fast. You gotta have that fire in your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like here, it can slow down. You know what I'm saying? But LA, man, you gotta. You know, depending on where you stay, depending if you got a room or not, you're gonna be paying at least, you know, $1,500 for rent. You know what I'm saying?
I believe
at least,
it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But shit, that's getting everywhere now. Those getting expensive everywhere. But you know, LA, you gotta have some money, so you gotta just be, you know, working. You know what I'm saying? You know,
facts, bro. Facts, man. I cannot tell you how much I respect that, bro. Like seriously, and I say this because, like, I asked you how old you were. And if you're doing this full time, because I think like a lot of people who do music, or if you have any kind of a dream, you think that if you're not like at the top of the world with whatever you're doing, it's just time to quit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you still doing it in the midst of whatever you're dealing with your baby mother and financial issues, having to work 4 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like being in the midst of Crips and Bloods out in California. I'm playing, bro. No, but like it's inspiring to me, bro, because like it makes me feel like I don't have an excuse. Because I actually was there, bro. Yeah. If I can say this just for a little bit before I ask you like the next question.
For sure, bro.
Like my cousin, I don't know if you WAP tripping.
Yeah.
The one who got up. That's my cousin, bro.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. I didn't know you was your cousin.
That's my cousin, bro. Like my cousin. Grew up together, all that. So I remember like sometime last year, bro. And true story. I remember telling him, I was like, bro, I think I'm about done with music. You know, and I didn't have any reason, bro. I'm just thinking to myself, like, I think I've just moved on. Yeah. And bro, and he's like in our age bracket too, and he looked at me like, and he basically cussed me out, bro. He was like, man, what the F you talking? So what the F you talking about, man? This is if you can look back at yourself being a kid, something like that. Like if you can look at yourself in the future, you would want yourself to follow your dream. Like he went in on me, bro.
No, real talk, bro.
And the fact that like we're in this era now, and I'm still embracing it, bro. Like we're in this era where like you don't have to be like 17 years old to like rap anymore. You can just do whatever you do, bro, as long as you strictly believe in yourself and refuse to let anything knock you off of your pivot, bro. Right, facts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I'm inspired by you, bro.
Yeah, I'm inspired by you too, bro. Man, like I said, you always like, even though like you've been consistent, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, you want like you're an artist I don't take lightly. I respect your work and your craft, you know what I'm saying? Like you have albums, you know what I'm saying? Not just albums with just songs. You have constructed good albums, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? That's not light, you know what I'm saying? So like I love how, you know what I'm saying, like even when you cutting my hair, you be singing, you know what I'm saying? You're just a natural artist, you know what I'm saying? Like you used to be in the barbershop just singing, like, you know what I'm saying, making everybody laugh, but you can still hear the harmony, you can still hear, hear the voice, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I miss those days, bro.
Yeah, I love
Sometimes I do miss being a barber in Houston, bro.
Yeah, No, Houston's a beautiful place, man. You know, I mean, it's all, the people make the place, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned that, man. But in my experience in Texas, man, I've always made great people, you know what I'm saying? And, I don't know, just something about it, man. I don't know. Shout out to Texas, man. I love you, man.
Yeah, facts.
It's love, man. It's always love.
I love y'all too, bro. Listen, Texas, if y'all listen to Houston specifically, and Austin, if I came back Cause I'm trying to get up out of Ohio, bro.
Speaking, I'm setting up for some shows in Houston or Austin for sure. So
when?
I'm trying to do late August or September. We talking to venues, so if y'all know any venues out there, you know what I'm saying. But I'm talking to a few, but no, yeah, we definitely hitting Texas, man. It's mandatory, man.
Bro, listen,
it's mandatory, man.
Anywhere you go, let me know, bro. And if I'm free, I'll do my best to make it out there, bro. But Texas and Austin and Houston specifically, I have to make it. If you don't mind, bro, I have to make it.
Both of those cities are near and dear to me, man.
Yeah, bro, I have to make it.
People don't know about Austin, man. I became a man in Austin, man. I became a man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Austin, man. Bro. Downtown 6th Street. Yeah. All small. 6th Street, I love it, man. Shout out to Austin, man. But.
Facts, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Speaking of Austin, I'm a peaceful person, bro. Shout out to Lakeway. You ever been out there to Lakeway? Oh my gosh, bro. Lakeway, that's literally the most beautiful place I've been to in America. I haven't been to California yet. But Lakeway, bro.
We gotta get you out to California, brother.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna let you know we be doing the Cali stuff too. That's mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
Please, bro. I've never been to California. Yeah, bro.
Cali is active, man, but Cali is Cali. You know what I'm saying? Cali is Cali.
Can I wear red? Man, I ain't gonna hold you. But when you never been somewhere, you're not from somewhere. Everything is like an assumption. Like, oh man,
you know what's so funny? Like, I was ran all red. I be ran all red, bro. I just be doing what I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and whatever come with it. You know what I'm saying? But I think when people see Truly Talented on my shit, they be like, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? He ain't ran to just a game bang.
So you
maybe because I'm a familiar. I think I'm low key on the lowest of keys become a familiar face because I'm in LA back and forth mainly for the last 10 years now. So
really,
yeah.
So you know,
I think on the lowest key I'm just a familiar face. You know what I'm saying? But I wear whatever the hell I want. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right, bro.
Man, you know what I'm saying? And I move. You know what I'm saying? But I move with respect. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to any gang. You know what I'm saying? But my purpose, man, is to inspire everybody, you know what I'm saying, who need it. You know what I'm saying? That's what this Truly Talented stuff is about, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, whatever, you know what I'm saying, believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We moving with God's grace, man.
Absolutely, bro. Speaking of which, man, before we get up out of here, I do want to ask you this, man. And I think I'm going to ask anybody this anytime they get on the It's Rell podcast, bro. With everything that you're doing now, your endeavors moving forward, bro, does prayer play a major part in how you move? And if so, how does it help you navigate through, here we go, the dark sides of your endeavors? Because it's glamorous having Truly Talented. It's glamorous being on stage and putting out music and doing your own thing and being in California. But what about when things get rough and business is fishy, or say the show don't do the ticket sales as you thought? I don't know if this ever happened. I'm just saying the dark sides of,
no, it definitely happened. Man, prayer, man. I've been praying. You know what I noticed, man? When I go stretches without praying, every day and every night, that's when it's dark. But when I'm praying every day and every night, that's when it's light. On some real stuff. Ever since I was 15, I at 15, I'm gonna keep it real. From when I was 15, and throughout, 18, 21, already, And I told myself, man, especially when I went to Afghanistan, because, I was hearing bad things, people were losing people. And they were we losing people, you know what I'm saying? You might want to tell your family, goodbye. That's what they told us before we went over there.
Wow.
I don't know if he was trying to be childish, because a lot of...
Wait, hold on, bro. Before you went to war, they told you?
They told us that. Me, Des, they could attest to this. My homie Sam, man. Shout out to Sam, man. But,
that's evil, bro.
Yeah, 7 was already out of there. We was on the way. But, yeah, they was telling, I think the master sergeant, he was been an a-hole, you know what I'm saying? But he literally, the first thing he told us, he welcome to the unit, you know what I'm saying? We already in Afghanistan, we gonna get y'all out there. But, you're losing people, you know what I'm saying? So, so you might want to take the time to tell your family or friends, goodbye.
Oh, man, that's crazy, bro.
I'm 19. I'm like, bro, what? They told you that too? Okay. Yeah. So, yeah.
We didn't fly out the same day.
Okay.
We had to go back. So, you saying goodbye to your
goodbye to your
people, and guess what? Our plane wasn't working. So we had to go back home, and then they had to do the whole thing over again.
See, that's the Holy Ghost, see?
Yeah. Hey! Crazy, man. But,
that's crazy.
They told us that. But, Well, yeah, we made it over there. The first day we got there, our helicopter got shot. I don't know if you know that our shit got shot though, and that's when I was like, bro, this is crazy.
In it?
Yeah, we was in it. Yeah,
that's scary, bro.
Yeah, we got to Kandahar, and then we was going to Kandahar to Spanboard. From Kandahar to Spanboard, I got like 3 a.m. As soon as we got up, I want to say we was in the air for like 3 minutes. You know, we all going to sleep. Then we fell under the helicopter. Like, we all jump up. And the Air Force dude, the gunner, he went to the gunner, started shooting back, and that's when we stopped getting shot. So shout out to that Air Force gunner. I don't know his name, but he was busting. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't playing,
we
bro.
stopped feeling that. So shout out to that Air Force gunner, man. We was in Kandahar, man. Wherever you, 2012, circa 2012, man. But
man, that's crazy, bro. See, I don't know if y'all, I know you know, but I don't know if you know, I was in the military for 8 years, but I was reserves.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know you was reserves.
Yeah, I was in the Army, bro.
Oh, no.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know you was reserves.
So that's why I said, like, you did 4 years. I know it was for real, bro.
Yeah.
You was active and y'all probably went overseas.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, bro. But look, I almost went overseas, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were in our formation and they made that announcement, like, hey, we're going to Afghanistan, I immediately knew the Army was no longer for me. Bro, I was so freaking scared. I'm like, hey, man, all that training out the window. I don't care. I don't want to go over there, bro. And it's hot. Yeah, I want to go over there. Yeah. And so I think like the next month we came back to drill, and they said that my specific unit didn't have to go because they didn't need my MOS, bro.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Bro,
that
listen.
All right.
So I was like crying tears of joy, and that's when I decided. I said I'm not gonna re-enlist. I said this is it for me. I'm gonna finish my 8 years, and I'm out of here, man. I was scared, bro.
Yeah, don't ask me for deployment. Nope, I'm cool.
Yeah, bro. Like especially now.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But I think that's beautiful, man. Like having a prayer life.
Yeah.
Especially in the field of work that we do.
Yeah.
Not even just music, but again, like anything outside of working a job, bro. Like any entrepreneurship, anything you trying to get out the mud, bro. Like it requires faith, bro.
It does, man. I highly recommend. I don't know what you believe in, but like, man, prayer, or you know what I'm saying, or at least talking to some higher energy. You know, people would say, you know what I'm saying, like. I definitely agree. You know, I agree with it. You know, like prayer, man. Like I was telling you, like I've noticed, like being as a 33-year-old man, I've noticed, like I said, times like when, like if I do slip on prayer, and like then that's when they get dark. And you know what I'm saying. But like when I'm on it and I'm praising God, you know, the good through the bad. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. It just feels so. It's real. Like you know what I'm saying. You can't like. I can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Facts,
can't,
bro.
You just some stuff you can't deny it, especially when you're paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Start paying attention to your life and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like that's what I would recommend. You know, but
yes, sir, bro. Same thing with me, bro. Like, and I think you took it to where it needed to go. Like, it ain't just about business, but like every day. Like when I pray, bro. Like for me, I pray to Yahweh in the name of Jesus Christ, and it's like when I take that extra time to pray. It's not like life is different. It's like my perspective is different. You know what I'm saying? It's like you approach things differently. Like I'm a teacher during the regular year, right? And so I noticed, bro, if I ever slipped up on praying, like I noticed, like I'm not as tolerable, or I don't have as much patience as I should have. You know what I'm saying? But like when I spend time like with the Holy Spirit, like I take on His character, and it's like then I can deal with people, especially kids, in a loving way, and I'm not stressed out dealing with being mean. You know what I'm saying? Like prayer just changes things,
that's
bro.
Facts,
so
bro. That's facts, man.
So yeah, bro. So man, bro, I appreciate you coming up here doing this podcast with me, bro.
You already know, man.
Before we leave, man, what's next for Doopy Rugz, man?
Oh man, what's next, man? So we got the Columbus show, man, and then tomorrow, and then we're gonna get some extra shows in for the rest of the year. Coming up, like Texas be coming, OKC be coming, Cali be coming. I'm gonna try to do Washington. I'm speaking into existence. Every state we coming that we want overseas, we coming. Truly talented, you know what I'm saying? Lord's willing, all of us, you know what I'm saying? Really will, 7 got us, you know. 2 listeners, you know what I'm saying? Me's the king, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to everybody who touched the stage Saturday, man. You know,
yeah, man, y'all killed it.
You know, everybody, man, who I've ever worked with, you know what I'm saying, came across, man, and still going. I'm proud of you, man, and keep going, you know what I'm saying? But besides that, what's next? We Truly. The project called We Truly. We're gonna probably do that Friday or next week for sure. You know, so I'm just doing some little stuff on there. And then we got Cravings After Midnight, man, which is a very interesting project. I just got the artwork for that. Shout out to Darren from Akron. Dope artist, bro. Man. She did the cover for me. Y'all gonna see that later. And then a few more things coming in the works, man. I stay working on. I love to keep up with the craft as much as I can. I think it's a part of me. You know what I'm saying? It comes to a point where music becomes a part of you. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta take care of that part of me. So.
Yeah, bro.
It's always something coming with Doopy, Rugz, and Truly Talented, man.
Man, bro, I'm so freaking proud of you, man.
I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you, man. I love the podcast, man. I love the messages, you know what I'm saying? You put the tweets. I don't know if you do the tweets, but the messages that you put up, man, like, keep putting them up, man.
Yeah.
Like, just, keep standing in our face, man. You inspired me to get in the, you know what I'm saying? I need to get in the people's face more, so you inspired me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the bars and everything, like the songs, it feels like you got a breath of fresh air that you come with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a new hunger. I can see it. You know what I'm saying? It's inspiring me to get that hungry too, to keep that hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Praise God.
Because we've been doing it for a minute, so sometimes it can seem like be full, or you know what I'm saying, or stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? But having that hunger always helps. You know
yes, sir, man. Man, thank you, bro. It means a lot, man. Yeah. But hey, man. He's on his way to Columbus for the show tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I'm be heading out there tomorrow. So if you ain't got your tickets, because I think I'm going to post this today.
Yeah, get your tickets online. They 10, but if you don't got the tickets, it's going to be 20, you know what I'm saying, at the door.
Feel me.
You know what I'm saying? But we putting on a show, man. It's going to be worth it. I'm telling you. You getting $10, $20 for a $200 show.
No, for real, bro. Because the show that we did a few days ago, bro, phenomenal, bro. Yep. Phenomenal. So listen, if you watching this past when the show starts, follow Doopy Rugz on Instagram at what?
At Doopy Rugz, DOOPY RUGZ, and the Truly Talented at Truly Talented Co. You know what I'm saying? And the website for the clothing, so you can see I got that pink and white on. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire, bro. I need some of that, bro.
Yeah. TrulyTalentedClothing.com. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get trued up, man. Believe in yourself, man.
Yes, sir, man. Go cop some merch, get you some tickets. If you're not able to make it to Columbus, book a show in some of the cities that he mentioned. But listen, you already know what it is, big dog. Thank you for tuning in. It's been real, and it's been real. And in the words of LeVar Burton, big dog, I'll see you next time.
Yes, sir.
Deuces.